Hi folks, Doug here, Ellis Car Customs. I work hard so you don't have to. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for enjoying the channel. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for everything. Today I'm going to finish up that well I started on in the last episode and give you a look at that when it's all done. I mean, then we'll just have to repeat it. Like I said, the other one is in not quite as good a shape, but hopefully I can fix it. So I'm glad you came along, and I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope if you're new you'll stick around and maybe even go back and see some of the stuff we done to get to this point. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. Alright, I'm going to work. Thanks for coming back. So, if you've got a complicated spot there where you're missing a big chunk, but there's also holes that are kind of important because they have to line up with something, I'll make my template before I cut anything off. So I can see if I can do this with one hand here. Here we go. Like that. So I can line up where the holes have to be before I cut the piece out. Because you can see the remnants of a hole right there. That's too clean and smooth to just be rusted out like this chunk here. I think that's where the headlight wires pass through. But yeah, so before I cut it out, I map out where my holes got to be. I can drill those out and then line it up with this piece, cut this out, and fly the new piece in, and hopefully everything will line up again. So that's the piece we made to replace that bit. So it'll line up with where the holes were once I cut that rusty bit out, and fly this sucker in. And because what I'll do is I'll line it up here and I'll scribe, around it, so I know where it has to be for them holes to line up. Then we'll cut that old bit out and weld in some new metal. And poof, just like magic, we got our new piece roughed in there. Like I say, we cut all that out and roughed this in, and these holes should line up to where they need to be. I'll keep going. So if you're new here and you haven't seen me do this, the first coat I like to put over my patches, I'll mix some of the fiberglass in with Bondo, because it makes it a little stronger, and for that first coat, fills in any dimples or whatever. And I like to do it that way, because putting a little bit of Bondo in with the fiberglass helps it spread easier. If you've ever spread this fiberglass, it likes, the strands like to drag along, and you can't get them to go where you want them to go. But this is why I do it this way. It works for me. got the outer part of the wheel well that faces the tire all smartened up and sprayed it with bed liner. And once that sets up, we'll flip it over and make the top side pretty, and probably paint that in a semi-gloss black, but we won't bed liner that because it's not supposed to be. But the GM actually put a real heavy asphalt kind of rubberized rust proofing sort of stuff on there. This is not quite as craggy and ugly looking, but it'll do the trick, I hope. I'll bring you back when I get a little more done. So it's a nice warm sunny day, mid-60s. Gotta love it. So my buddy followed me down to the garage and he's like, you know, it's just too nice out here, I'm not coming in. There he is, he's still around. No need to fear. Plus Prissy's here too. Where'd she go? There she is. So he's got company. Got the top side into paint. It looks a little glossy now, but it's a semi-gloss paint, so when it dries it won't have quite so much shine on it. But that should serve us nicely. I mean, yeah, how fancy you want to be under the hood, right? But I think it'll look good. It's clean, ain't got no holes in it anymore, except the holes that are supposed to be there. I'll bring you back. So that's what I got for you today, folks. We got one done, start to finish. The other one, like I said, is not in quite as good a shape, but everything's fixable, right? I appreciate you hanging out with me in the garage and liking and commenting, and last couple of videos have done pretty good. I was amazed. I sort of thought the one with the color reveal would do alright, but I put up the one where I was working on the door card there, and that seemed to get a lot of interest. I was surprised. I figured that would be an acquired taste. But anyways, I appreciate you hanging out and sticking with me, and I'm gonna put up a thing here at the end of the video. I'm gonna put up one of my songs, like start to finish. If you're interested in listening to it, then watch till the end, because I'm going to tag it on the end of the video for people who aren't really interested in listening to my music. You can just stop pretty soon when you see me stop talking, because right after this outro bit I'm doing, I'll tag song on the end there. And if that's something you would want to have as a regular feature or something I do every now and then, just let me know in the comments. This channel's for all of us. Alright? Take care, everybody.
Left him dead inside for this deed. He won't be forgotten. She had love, just not for him. Told him not to pass this way again. Blinded by rage, ignore her pleas. He'd have her back and on her knees begging, please don't let me be forgotten. He called her man out into the street. Love on his side, how could he be beat? A cloud of smoke and a shotgun blast, and someone had just breathed their last, just 'cause he would not be forgotten. At his side, her man still standing as the other died. Sheriff said it was self-defense. He knew the risk and the consequence. That he lies in their eyes, forgotten. They lay him low in an unmarked grave. No minister, no soul to save. No one showed when they covered his bones and left his spurs.